Oh, it's a chance. Absolutely. That's going to be something that we got to balance up if we want to go with 2 spinners. Do we want variation? Do we want just 2 off spinners? So there's no reason why you can't go that way. Obviously, Travis Head's in the side as well. He bowls really good off spin. So we'll see. We've got plenty of variety there to choose on. We haven't locked in any bowling lineup so far. I think in some ways we're lucky with the schedule that we had Pakistan and Sri Lankan tours for this group last year. I know that really helped me captain. Some new challenges that I had to kind of learn on the fly. This team's been to India so many times, whether it's IPL, ODIs, T20s, so we feel like we've got lots of experience here. So, it's different conditions to Australia, but we all feel really prepared. Just lots of volume. Spin bowling is probably the most different to what we're going to get back home in Australia or what we've had in the Test series. So, just facing lots of balls, getting used to it. If we come up against it, then we feel well prepared.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any fatigue in David Warner since I've got here, so I'd probably dispel that as a bit of a myth. No, he's had a couple of days off, a couple of lower days, and you've been at training. He's only been there for 1 out of 2 days, and he's not there today. So we're managing each individual coming in, around their specific preparation and where they've been. And there's no doubt it was demanding the summer into BBL. And it creates a challenge to shift back into Test match cricket. But we feel as though, with the preparation that we've got him on, he'll be recharged, ready to go. And he's really looking forward to the challenge of India. And it's been well documented that he hasn't had the series that he would like here. And it's always challenging. But I think the way that he's applying himself and his downtime to really landing on a method to take on, the Indian spinners, also the quicks, and to have a successful tour, I think you'll see him fully invigorated and fully invested and fully recharged for the challenge ahead. No 2 teams are the same, so you don't inherit the past. This team is totally separated from the teams that have been here before. Have we had players that have been here before and experienced the conditions? Yes, and that's a positive. But the group that we've got sitting in the hotel now and us here and at training shouldn't inherit the past performances of previous Australian teams, and that goes for the successful tours as well in 2004. We feel as though we're well prepared, and I think Pat alluded to the fact that we've been to Pakistan, into Sri Lanka, into India in a 12-month period, so that places us really well. That's unique in the fact that you've got 3 subcontinent tours in the 12-month space, and the team's had great continuity. And people will call it the last frontier and all of that, but this is just a continuation of the journey for this team. And as I said, we've got some great players in there, and they've had the experiences before, so we feel as though we're really well placed under Pat's captaincy to take on the challenges ahead. Yeah, I think so. I think it's the mix, the combination of conditions. We've seen in the past here in India, conditions can be really, really flat, and you've got to bat big in the first innings, and we saw that in Pakistan, and probably in the second Test match in Galle as well, where we probably didn't quite execute the 5 for 300 overnight score, where we needed to get that big 500 plus total to put some pressure on Sri Lanka. So, and then there was the Galle experience, which was an accelerated game, and it spun from ball 1 with the famous one when Alex Carey got hit in the head first ball from Nathan Lyon. So we feel as though we'll get a mix of those conditions, and to have experienced that in the past 12 months, should hold us in good stead. And the challenge is going to be there, but we feel as though the flat conditions, we've experienced that, the spinning conditions, and we've trained accordingly. Albeit until you get out on the ground, that'll be the proof to how well prepared we are and how we execute and how we deal with the other pressures that come in and around the game. And Pat said, around the captaincy, him understanding the tempo of the game in India, will it be slightly different from Pakistan? Will it be slightly different from Sri Lanka? There's no doubt it will be. And we think we've got the right people on the ground here and the experience now to cope with whatever the challenges it's thrown at us as a group.
We try to have a really clear approach to each Test series. It might change a little bit from tour to tour. Again, I think drawing on those experiences from Pakistan and Sri Lanka will kind of shape the way we go about that. So, I think almost more importantly, it's in this initial kind of phase, it's about recharging, it's about people getting the work done that they want to get done. Probably once we get to Nagpur in a day or two, we'll kind of start focusing in on those finer kind of aspects. At the moment, everyone's working on their own game. But I think topics such as managing the tempo of the games, really concentrating on what we do well, has worked for us in the last kind of 12 months, and I think that would be a good template for here as well.